Hello, and welcome back to another edition of iWake. Today is Tuesday, May 21st, 2013. So my apologies for not having many shows recently. As you know, I have been traveling, as I pointed out in the last edition of the show, and I'm finally ready to get back into it. So let's play a little bit of catch-up with today's episode. As far as Apple news, the big story going on in the world today is that Tim Cook is going to be going to Washington, D.C., I believe, to actually talk to the Senate about Apple's tax policies. And Apple actually released a statement about Apple's tax policies, which are very upright and something that should make any American company proud of. About all the profits made in America go to American taxes. All the money made in Australia go to Australia taxes. They're very upright about, we're not doing any funny business with our taxes. You know, we don't have bank accounts in the Cayman Islands or the Caribbeans. The money stays where it needs to, and they're not bringing money back from overseas of profits they make there because of the tax laws, but they're being good to those countries by paying taxes in where they operate. So the U.S. government gave a stupid little response to them, and this is going to be a nasty little fight that I'm not sure how it's going. This is stuff that I just hate our government for, the way they're doing this. So that's the big thing going on in the Apple world. There's a bunch of smaller things going on currently. There's been software updates up the wazoo. One of the coolest things that came out recently was the Hue software update that adds some really important features to the lights that are actually empowering my apartment. So the Hue lights is this light bulb I'm controlling right now on this video here, where you're able to change the color at will really easily. But beyond that, you're able to automate your schedule, so you can turn your house to automatically turn the lights on at, say, 6 a.m. or things like that. Well, now it's actually geofenced. So these Hue lights are now geofenced to my iPhone. So when I come in the house, I have a certain light setting that all my lights turn on to automatically. And when I pull in the driveway, by the time I walk in the door, the lights are on. And that's a really cool thing. And the cooler thing is, and I guess not cooler, but when I leave the house, the lights turn off. So I no longer have to worry about turning the lights on or off as I leave or exit my home. And that is one of the coolest things in the world, because it's fine when I'm in the house, sitting down on the couch, adjusting lights for my iPhone, but just getting in and out of the house, I hate to pull up my iPhone to turn on and off the lights. These lights operate normally. I mean, you can use a light switch with them and things like that, but having to not even deal with that has made these light bulbs that much more useful. I don't have to worry about lights anymore. It's a really cool thing. And they've also integrated it with if this, then that. So I can have it set to sunrise, turn on the lights. I can have it set to when someone tweets at me to flash a light. There's all sorts of cool things I can do now with if this, then that, and Hue. It also integrates with Wemo with if this, then that. And the app itself has a much better alarm system, so I can set certain days to alarm and turn on the lights at certain times. So Hue has made tons of big advances in the past week that have been really exciting, and changes that have really made this thing something more useful for most people, for me especially, that I'm seeing incredible use of this now for everybody. I could see my mom getting a pair of these things. Really cool stuff there. Meanwhile, Google had Google I/O, and most surprisingly, they did not announce a new version of Android. They have a new music streaming service. They have new developer tools that all the developers were really excited about. There was some announcements, but for me, nothing really caught my eye as, wow, this is awesome. Google Now got better. Google Plus has now a Hangouts app that is separated out for iOS. And nothing huge for me there, as far as what's going on with Google I/O, I was really shocked there wasn't a new version of Android. They've got the Galaxy S4 that you can buy stock Android on for $649. So there were some nice things, but nothing big in my eyes. It leaves cards wide open for Apple to really do something cool at WWDC. Meanwhile, we had an app update recently for Vudu Player where you're able to download movies directly to the device. I'm just now going through the feed. Flickr had a big update as far as free storage, things like that. And you're able to upload videos now up to 3 minutes. And they have this new 2 terabyte of storage account for $500 a year on Flickr. Yeah, that's a Yahoo-owned property. And meanwhile, Yahoo also acquired Tumblr for $1.1 billion in cash. So those guys are pretty happy with the cash inflow there. What else is going on? And let me just keep on going through this feed here of the bigger news. If you were at I/O, you did get a Pixel. AT&T has announced that by the end of this year, every customer will get FaceTime over cellular. Finally, that's right. What else is going on? There's just so much to catch up on here. With that said, I think that those are the big stories that were going on. Tomorrow, or today, I should say, Microsoft is going to announce the next version of Xbox, and I'll be covering a lot of that on the Nintendo edition on Thursday, as that is gaming. I am a big fan of Nintendo, the Wii U especially, and the 3DS. I'm in love with both of those systems. But I'll be curious to see what they unveil. I think Nintendo's done some really awesome things with their gamepad. It's not just a gimmick. It's brought a new level of enjoyment to gaming for me. So I'm curious to see what can Xbox do, right? What are they going to announce today? What will it be? Because for me, I don't care about, it looks great, it's HD graphics, all that. We've had HD graphics, we've had beautiful looking things for a long time. I don't care about being inside of a movie when I play a game. I want something that really will enhance the gaming experience. And what will that be? What will that be? What will it be that will encourage users to upgrade their 360 to the 720 or whatever they call it? What are they going to do? PlayStation has not really shown anything for me that really catches my eye, that you can share parts of the gameplay, and they have this weird touch swipey pad thing that looks tacked on and not really a cohesive part of their design. So for me, what are these next generation consoles doing? I'm really excited by what Nintendo's doing, and I think it's a great device there, the gamepad and the Wii U as a system. So today we'll find out. We'll find out what's next in gaming. Meanwhile, if you're watching this really early as I just upload this, great time to grab the Star Trek films. Those are all on sale for $10 in HD, normally around $15 or $20 in HD. The TV series are $20 off in HD a piece, so if you haven't picked those up, great time to pick those up. Those were the big sales of the week, I should say, as well. Those will soon be ending, so hop on that if you are a Star Trek fan. And I did see the new Star Trek film. Sorry, this is a big catch-up episode, so a lot of different talking points here. So I did see the new Star Trek film. This is a great film that I would really encourage you to see. It had lots of nods to the Wrath of Khan film, and in a good way. They really did pay respect to that film. They didn't try to do a pure remake. This is an original film that really does progress this franchise forward, and in a good way. This, to me, feels like the Skyfall for the Star Trek series, that after this film, Star Trek can become what it's supposed to be. And this has been kind of the prequels to what will be the next generation of Star Trek as we know it. So this is a great film. I really enjoyed it. I'd highly encourage you to see it. And I'm sure we'll be talking about it more on future editions of iWake or the other podcast that I do, the International Film Club. And with that, I think we're mostly caught up with the broad strokes of what we've been missing out on the past week or so. And I'll talk to everyone again tomorrow with iTunes Weekly. So thanks for tuning in to this edition of iWake. I'll talk to everyone again real soon. Have a good one.